All right, y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe like I always tell y'all to do in the beginning or the end of my videos. Check it out. Before we start, write me at kingtyson713@yahoo.com if you want my advice about something, you want my opinion about something, or if you got an idea for the next video, write me kingtyson713@yahoo.com. Also, y'all, I got a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. Scroll to the video tab section on this channel, read the titles. If there's a title that's interesting to you, click it, watch it, leave a comment, interact. Whether you agree with me or you don't agree with me, write it in the comments. I really appreciate all the love and support, y'all. To everybody who constantly comes back to the channel, all the new people that's coming on. My YouTube channel is mostly about relationships because I feel like that I have some experience from my life. I'm a 40-year-old man. I'm on my second marriage, so I've been divorced before. I can speak about marriage. I can speak about going through a divorce. I can speak about online dating. I can speak about long distance dating. Anything part of dating, anything part of relationships. I've been through it, and this is what I talk about on my channel. Hopefully, the experiences I've been through, experiences that people that I know been through, can possibly help you all out in your life when it comes to relationships. Because a lot of times we know the answers, but we look to get our insight from people that's close to us. And sometimes when the problem about that is the people that's close to you are biased because it's you. So a lot of times people don't tell you the correct thing. They don't tell you the right thing because they either do the favor for you, and like everything is the other person's fault that you with, and they siding with you, or they giving the wrong information because they don't like that person, so they telling you all the wrong stuff for you to leave the person. See, I come at y'all from a unbiased standpoint because I don't personally know y'all. So you get it from me. It's like I'm being genuine about it. I ain't got nothing to gain from y'all. I'm not trying to get on here and trying to con y'all. I do this YouTube channel because this is just a hobby for me to do. I have a career in the HVAC trade. You know what I mean? This is just something I do because I enjoy doing it. And the reason why I kept doing it because people kept showing me love and reaching out and really appreciating what I do. So I ain't got nothing to gain for y'all trying to get out here and pander to the ladies or pander to the fellas. Like my channel is for both. It's for men and for women. It's not just for men, it's not just for women, it's for both, because in relationships it's about two that becomes one. It's about the man and the woman. The man has to be happy as well as the woman has to be happy. This is how the relationship dynamic works. And a lot of times in this new day thinking, people think that it's like it's a battle between men and women, and it's not. Because if there's a battle between men and women, then we can never come together, and we're always going to have broken families because no one wants to join in one. We just get together just on sex, and it's not because of love, or it's not because of togetherness. It's only because to satisfy your sexual appetite, but you're not satisfying your heart. You know what I mean? Like, and then after so while, you can only satisfy sexually for so long. Because let me tell you this. What about when you get older? What about if, God forbid, something happens, you get sick? That sexual appetite is not going to be the same when you got somebody that's right there with you going through things. When you need to go through things as far as emotion wise, you got somebody right there with you that's going through. You got a partner, you got a spouse. That's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? You can get as much sex as you want to, but if something happens in life, you need somebody to be there for you, support you. It's good to have that spouse, that person that you call your other half, with you, going through it with you. That goes a hell of a lot further than somebody that you just sleeping on. You know what I'm saying? You're sleeping with. So look, let's get with the video. I know this is not really about relationships, this particular topic, but I wanted to speak about Souljah story. You know what I'm saying? As black people, when we were, as black people in the United States, we don't have much A lot of us come from humble beginnings. A lot of us don't have things that we can pass down to our grandchildren, like other races do. And I'm sure other races got humble beginnings as well. But as black people, as a collective, we really have humble beginnings, like literally. And those humble beginnings leads to a lot of times when we growing up seeing broken relationships between our mothers and our fathers. Sometimes we got parents that the daddy and the mother never was together. It was just a sex thing. And then you just happen to be born out of it. And by it not being a relationship, it's just a sex thing or whatever, the mother and father have a bad relationship as far as even co-parenting. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of situations, that's not saying it's every situation, but in a lot of situations, baby daddy can't get along with baby mama. You know why baby mama and baby daddy can't get along? Because the times that they spent together was mainly based on sex and not about relationships. Because this is the thing, when you be in a relationship or you be in a marriage with someone and y'all have to have a baby, a lot of the times when y'all break up, that father most of the time will be active in that child's life or the children's life actively, because majority of the time. I'm not saying there's always exceptions to the rules. There's always things that happen, but majority of the time, that father, that husband, that ex-husband, majority of the time will be active in those kids' father. It's hard for a father. It's hard for a baby daddy to be active in the child's life when you have a situation where y'all didn't really get to know each other. Y'all just hung out a few times, sleeping together, and then you get pregnant. So it's kind of hard for y'all to set up some type of, y'all didn't even know if y'all get along properly because y'all never established a relationship between y'all long enough to know if y'all even get along. And then so finally when the baby's involved, whether the dad's in the life, then you got to get child support involved, and then that causes a wedge also, or the father or the man, a baby daddy, if he got other kids and it's not your baby, it's not as important to him. Not saying that it's not, but I'm not saying it's not important to him, but if he got other kids already, like him having another one, I mean, it's important, but he already had that feeling of, okay, I already had kids already. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things come with situations when you have kids out of wedlock. You got kids that's not born from an established relationship. When it's just sex involved, or y'all just talking, because it's a lot of talking babies that been made that we was never in a relationship. We was just talking but sleeping together, and then I get pregnant, and then everything goes to hell from there. Now, a lot of times the men don't want the, not I hate to say a lot of the times, but some brothers don't want the baby because she got pregnant. But no, brothers, we sleeping with the woman, going in naked head. We had a child. We get her pregnant. We get the woman pregnant, and then she says she don't want to delete her baby, so she has a baby. And then the man has he's reserved, he has a problem with that. That's already established. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this leads to things of why the homes are in our community are broken. I'm not saying all of us do this. I'm just saying there is a great part of that going on in our community. And so, bringing it back about the Souljah story. So, as black people, and we live and die by our neighborhood. A lot of us that come up from a neighborhood, since we didn't have nothing growing up, as far as nothing established behind our name, we take pride in our neighborhood. We take pride in our gang set. You know what I'm saying? Like, brothers take pride. It's a lot of soldiers that have lost their life behind the neighborhood, behind their sets. A lot of brothers who in prison right now spending the rest of their life behind bars because of their neighborhood, because they set. And I sit back and I think, I said, man, a lot of us in our community, when you come from a certain community, you living in a war zone. You ain't got to be fighting terrorists. You know, you ain't got to be fighting another country to be in a war in the United States. You could be in war within your city, within your neighborhood, across the way, a few blocks down. So a lot of the older generation are, man, why the young generation doing this? Why are they shooting up and this and that? Y'all got to understand what these kids are going through. You got to understand, just because you didn't grow up in a situation where you had to make a choice whether I got to get to school. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened I was born in this neighborhood. I was born on the street, and for me to go to school, I gotta pass by these blocks. There's enemies of people from my block, and then they jumping on me, beat me up. But just because I live on that street don't mean I'm affiliated with the gangs out there. So what does that kid do? That kid ended up joining his own block clique to defend himself. But that's not what that's not what the narrative is that's been out there. A lot of times, a lot of these youngsters, they can't help it. They growing up in this shit. And that's what makes a soldier. And they programmed to be a soldier. All this shooting and killing, a lot of the times they defending their block. They defending they clique. Cause you got another group of brothers who's coming by spraying the whole neighborhood. So what you gonna do when you feel like your neighborhood that got shot up, your homeboy, your cousin, your brother that lost his life, you know who did it. A lot of time nowadays, in these neighborhoods, they know exactly who did what. The other person that did this is alive. Other people won't even let you make it. Anytime something gonna happen, they gonna bring it up. Well, such and such shot up and killed your brother, killed your homeboy, your best friend. In the neighborhood, in the community, in the hood, your name and your respect is all we got a lot of times. And when somebody violate that by trying to mark you out, you gotta go to the ends to prove your point. And that's all I'm saying. That's a soldier story. And it bothers me because a lot of these brothers coming up in this neighborhood, they don't know the potential that they have until it's too late. Look at all the rappers. I hate to just bring up rappers, but look at all the rappers that died coming from the neighborhoods. They get caught up in their past. All the talent in the world. They move out of the hood, come back, they get shot and killed. It's a lot come with the hood. It's a lot of jealousy come with the hood. It's a lot of crab in the bucket mentality. You know what I'm saying? Brother try to make it out. A brother from the hood gonna try to make you feel bad for you trying to get out. For you want more, he gonna make you feel bad. If you think differently than what they think, they talking about you. You know what I'm saying? You Hollywood. You think you better than this. And it's almost like it locks you down to where you gotta, and there's nothing wrong with coming back to the hood and, you know, trying to start community centers up and trying to do things for the neighborhood and put money in the neighborhood. There's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of times, even you can't even do that because the brothers think they take that as like, oh, he think he all that because you got money now. You try to do something positive, this and that. You get damned if you do and damned if you don't. It's a soldier story, man. And in our community, going to jail, we'll throw a party for a brother that's getting ready to go to jail or getting ready to come out of jail versus throwing a party for a brother who graduated, got a college degree. Young brother that got a new job, a career. We won't throw a party for that. You know what I'm saying? We respect the brother who's a shooter. But we don't respect the working man that come work, provide for his family. And it's in our community. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot in our community. It's a lot that is so backwards and warped. And we gotta we gotta, and if you're fortunate to get out of, get out, if you're fortunate to understand this mentality, it can get you out of a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? This is why I teach young brothers on my YouTube channel, get you a trade. Brothers, if you want to escape the rat race, it's always going to be a rat race in this country because of economics, the way the economy is, inflation, you know what I'm saying? But there's ways to get around certain stuff, starting a business. I mean, it's ways to get around stuff, right? I'm not preaching all that, you know, how to start a business, how to do. I don't preach that on my channel. Y'all got to do the research for that on your own. It's not that I'm trying to shun y'all away from stuff, but no, research it all. I ain't got the all answers on it. I got me a t-shirt business. That's about it. I ain't even done too much more with that. I sell t-shirts here and there. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody who supported me, who supports me on that. Anybody bought a t-shirt, I salute you. I'm just telling my brothers, I preach more of getting you a trade. If college is not for you, brothers, get a trade. I promise you, it will save your life. Get you a trade, plumbing, electrical, air conditioning, be a truck driver, sheet metal, anything that's a technical, anything that's carpentry, machinery, anything like that, you will be able to provide for your family. Then a lot of times these trades, you could do stuff on the side as well. So not only you working for a company, if you ain't started your own company yet, you work for a company, you could do stuff on the side and get your money that way too, having a trade. I teach my brothers, you want to get out of a dead-end job, you want to get out of feeling like you got to hit a lick to make some money, get you a trade. Even if you got a background, let your background age some. Let it age by some years. Go to a trade school and get you a trade. When you go to trade school is nothing, when they teaching math, science, whatever, it's not teaching none of that. Everything that you going to school for is within the trade, working with your hands. Brothers, stop wasting time, young brothers. You watching this video, stop wasting time, get you a trade. You'll be making $80,000 in no time, a year, $100,000 a few years. You'll be making that kind of money. Trust me. But you got to be willing to sacrifice. And then going to trade school is not even that long. When you go get a degree, you got to go to school for 4 years or sometimes longer. Trade school, a few months, a year at the most, and you out of there. Make the sacrifices. But a Souljah story. A lot of these young brothers is on this front line. People want to know why these brothers killing, the young brothers are killing right now. They on the front line. They defending they block. They defending they set. This is the reason why. You know, Tupac said it best. He said, you want to know what gang violence? Somebody shoots your family member, and then they around a corner. They, you know what I'm saying? You gotta retaliate. You know what I'm saying? That's what gang violence is. Brothers trying to defend they block. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that it's like that, but it is. But I want my brothers that if you in that lifestyle, you can change. And don't ever think there's no hope. And you feel like you ain't got no other option to hustle illegally. Because there is an alternative. And you can make money, more money. Now, it might not come as fast as the fast money, but with the fast money, you gotta look over your shoulder. You go to jail, by the time the money that you done made, by the time you spending lawyer fees, then you gotta accept a plea deal, go to wait for a few years. Now you back broke, and now you gotta start back over again. But the same brother is on the right path, doing the trade, making his money, and he getting, he moving up. After so long, brother start his own business. I'm giving y'all the young brothers, I'm giving y'all the blueprint. But we need more thinking than we need more soldiers. You always gonna be a soldier at heart because of where we come from. As it's how we are. So we always gonna be soldiers at heart. But we gotta stop being soldiers in the field in our neighborhoods. We gotta stop being soldiers. We gotta stop being soldiers and sacrificing ourselves, sacrificing our lives for a neighborhood that when you pass, brothers got kids, leaving your kids to be raised without a father. You know what I'm saying? You leaving your woman. You got a woman to have to go be with somebody else when you could have been here going at this thing another way. I salute you, my young brothers, for being brave and doing what you got to do to make it. But it's so many ways to do things differently now. We was doing that shit in the 80s. We doing that shit in the 90s. It's 2024, young brothers. You ain't got to go that way. Yo, I'm King Tyson. I just want to say peace and blessings. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know it's a little different what I usually talk about, but it's just something on my heart. I wanted to speak about it, so I just let it flow. But on to the next video. I'm out.